Hello, one, hello, all. Welcome to this February 1st through 3rd edition of Show Business. I am CP.
And I am Dino of The Late Late Horror Show.
And I'm Lindsey of My Two Cents of Nonsense.
And I'm Peter of many bearded websites.
Yes. The only big release of last weekend was with Miss BALA, and emphasis on the word Miss.
Yeah.
As it came in third. Glass again in first place. Upside again in second place. Aquaman in fourth, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse in fifth. I think it's interesting that the two movies that were released the week before are out of the top 5 already.
Yeah.
The Kid Who Will Be King and Serenity was never
even close to being in the top 5.
Right. Has anybody seen Miss BALA?
I saw a trailer for it.
Oh God, yeah, no, not
more
here.
than I did. So
you couldn't drag me out to see Miss BALA this week.
No, I was too busy watching Friends.
I think everybody had a soft drawer to arrange this weekend.
Yeah.
It's strange. Everything I read for this weekend as reasoning why there wasn't a strong release was because the Super Bowl was coming out on Sunday.
I was going to say there was apparently some kind of football game. I don't understand what it was, but
Kind of foosball game.
Yeah. They had some trailers too, which we.
If that's the reasoning behind it, then there's something askew.
That was only for like from 6 till 10 on Sunday. So what's Saturday have to do?
That's exactly what I was. I mean, we could either get into it later or now. I mean, you look at the weekend that's coming up here on February 8th. You have 3 relatively large movies and a movie that. An actor really shouldn't have had an interview come out this week.
Yeah,
that's some bad timing.
But
But yeah, I can't imagine the mentality not being. You know what? We're in a crowded week. Let's push up and compete with Miss BALA. If you're anything, I mean, if you're the Lego Movie, why not pump up a week? Like, what is the Super Bowl doing for a family movie?
Murdering it in its sleep and scattering the ashes to the 4 winds. Because studios are, like, it is such a rare thing to see people, like date changes these days. Like, there was Alita, there's Phoenix Dark, X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
Which
Phoenix Dark X-Men.
Is there a solid date on that, though?
I don't know, but I saw a trailer for it the other day, and I was like, "Oh, hey, that's still a thing."
New Mutants is apparently still pushed back.
Yeah, I think I got pushed back again.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought that was canned.
Nah, it's been extensively reshot. They added a character in reshoots, but it is still coming.
Yep.
Okay.
And many other comic book movies.
Which is disappointing because I thought the first trailer for that movie looked really good. I was super down.
I read about that today, and they actually talked about the fact that they saw the cut and was like, "It's not scary enough. Please
not
make
scary
it better."
enough.
Oh, they're making it scarier.
That's what their complaint was, apparently, that it wasn't scary enough.
I hope that's true. Because I want a horror X-Men movie more than I want my next breath. So yeah.
See, this was the week to bring The Prodigy out, and it would have been the big new, thing in horror and everything. But it's going to get lost this week, and people are going to be like, "Oh, it's just a so-so movie." But why not put it up this week? Against everything else. Yeah.
Right. It's not something that Sunday would even matter regularly anyway. So release it. Take that Friday and Saturday money and what are you going to lose Sunday night? Like what is that? I mean, I'd rather compete with 3-week-old Glass and Miss BALA than fresh
Lego movie.
Yeah.
Fresh
Then the
cases
Lego
of
movie.
Lego Movie and What Men Want, which will have
an audience.
Yeah.
It's
It's just confusing. Like one of these movies. I mean,
The Prodigy could have been the new Get Out.
This
week.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
No, but my point is, though, you bring it out a week like this week, as
It would have
compared to
done
next.
better. I totally agree. It would have done better against BALA, Miss BALA than it would have. It's the fourth movie in one, so it's like you go against one movie 1 week,
right,
and then the next week you're going against 3 other movies. So it would have been better for it to go against just Miss BALA. It would have probably had an audience more, because that's a pretty diverse. Like, we got Lego Movie, Cold Pursuit, which is like an adult thriller. The Prodigy, which
I've been excited for that.
So am I. And then you got What Men Want, which
no one is excited for.
Which is a whole different demographic.
Which no one's excited for, but a lot of people are excited for. We will find out.
Go see it.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just so tired of interchangeable comedies that look like they could be. It looks like it could be a Tyler Perry movie or a goddamn Best Man 3. You guys remember the Best Man movies?
I do.
Yes.
It's like
Tay Diggs, man.
Right?
You're better than that, Tay Diggs.
Seriously, and I guess I also hate on movies like Jumanji, but those are interchangeable because so much of it was just improv and just can't. I just want a comedy with a solid script that is doing cool things. Oh wait, Game Night, no one saw it.
Yes, Game Night was flawless.
It was. Movies like that don't get their due. Yeah.
I was watching it the other day with a buddy, and just those scenes with Jesse Plemons and that dog are just he just has to stand there. He doesn't even have to say or try. I mean, he's trying, but anyone that can get that much laughter from just standing there.
So Cody Leach in the chat says he's about to start a live Q&A. Everybody head on over there.
Cody bored tonight?
Congrats, Cody, 25K.
Congrats, dude. That's dope. Yeah.
We'll lose our audience. It's fine. All right. So I think a main reason Cold Pursuit. I don't think it was going to be much of an issue. Anyway. But this morning, as we record this, it's Monday the 4th of February. An article was slipped out that Liam Neeson really I question what he was thinking.
Well, have you heard the actual audio?
I haven't heard audio. I've read a quote.
I've heard the audio.
Okay.
On the Philip DeFranco had the audio, and he's talking. Not to give a big shout out to a giant YouTuber, but there you go.
Take a shot, everyone.
That's where I got the audio from. He was doing an interview about Cold Pursuit and talking about. Now, I didn't get this from him. I got this from something else. But he was talking about revenge movies and why they're so popular. Mm-hmm. And then he just candidly went into a story about the fact that there was a time when he was a lot younger and a friend of his got raped, and she said she couldn't say who it was, but that it was a black guy. And he literally said, well, I went out looking to get in a fight and looking for an excuse to basically assault a black man and attack him and kill him.
Yeah.
And after a week of walking around in that mindset, he realized that's an incredibly stupid thing to do. And he realized he was wrong. And he was trying to say, I think he realized probably, it sounds like he realized while he was talking that, I probably shouldn't be saying this. But at the same time, he's like, I was stupid. That was a dumb time in my life.
He said that?
I'm not that guy anymore. He does say, that was I learned a valuable lesson because it was such a stupid thing to do. And he's like,
the quote I've read conveniently leaves that part out.
Yeah, he says he goes, I couldn't believe that I was that stupid, and he goes, I'm not that person anymore, and blah, blah. So there's a lot of cherry picking that I've heard so far about I saw the thing you said earlier, we were talking, and you said, "Oh, Liam Neeson has some trouble." So I literally figured, went to find out what it was, and I'm just people are making something out of this that it's not. It's it's really,
But it is unfortunate that people are taking it out of context, but it's also because the story, it is a story about learning and growing.
Yes.
But at the same time, you need to understand when you're a public figure and you say something like that, it's gonna get taken. It doesn't matter.
I wanted to kill a black man once because a black man raped my friend, and I couldn't pick I didn't know who that was, so any guy would have done at that point. That's basically what he said, and he's like, and then I realized I was incredibly stupid.
Yeah,
it's 2019.
Such a,
you can't talk about that stuff.
Well, I mean, he's talking about growth. He's talking about, like, you know, I'm not that person. But yeah, people immediately took it as, well, Liam Neeson wants to kill black people. And
which like, you flip it, and that's the plot for The Hate You Give, by the way.
Yeah.
You flip the story and the mentality of it, and that's basically the plot of The Hate You Give.
Yeah.
So yeah. Not that I thought the movie was going to do strongly.
I think it'll come in like third or fourth place, probably.
Yeah.
But that's because there's not much out right now, other than like Lego Movie will do strong. But like,
we've had the same movies out for how many weeks now in a row?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I mean, look at first place is 10 million. Then we go to 9 million, 7 million, 5 million, 5 million. It's a very
weak pursuit. Wherever it was released was going to do really, really well. It wasn't going to be like, and this is a $50 million weekend for Cold Pursuit. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to make that.
I think Commuter came out similar time. I want to say maybe February, maybe March last year.
He's been on that. Liam Neeson's been on that January action release train for a while now. Yeah. Like I liked Nonstop. I thought Commuter was okay. Like none of these are like groundbreaking movies I ever watched again, but I enjoyed them.
They're all okay action films. They are. I mean,
actually, you know what? The Commuter did one thing really cool, because, like, you know, there's a huge criticism for the Taken movies that they edit the shit out of them to hide the fact that Liam Neeson can't do the stunts that his character has to do. Then you go and watch The Commuter, and one of the fight scenes has a really, really, really long take in it, where, like, Liam Neeson and this guy are kind of like, you know what I'm talking about, CP? Did you see that?
I think that was a simulated one take, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have a feeling like there was like some CGI to make it the hits that Liam was taking a little harder than they were, like, you know, things like that. But it was still like, I enjoyed that. It was like a Liam Neeson movie that was aware of Liam Neeson movie cliches. I kind of
like Taken. The first Taken movie doesn't nearly rely on that nearly as much as the other ones. And by Taken 3, like, it took 19 cuts for him to get over a fence.
That's such a clever, like a legendary internet thing. That's
like
fence joke.
19 cuts in like what, 2 seconds, and him just him jumping over a fence.
Okay.
There's a lot of those movies though. Since I mean, Taken is a beloved movie. Quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
But
I've never seen any of the sequels, but I like the first one a lot.
Yeah, they get progressively stranger.
But again, just still middle of the road and enjoyable as an action film. I think.
Right.
He's getting by right now in his career with those types of films. So.
I don't think I don't think this should be. Well, now having this light shed on the rest of what he said, absolutely, I don't think it should be a career coster for him.
No.
I mean, Mel Gibson's still making stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point. If Mel Gibson's allowed to have a career still.
The thing is, people are going to take what they want to take from it, right? So people take like the snippet and refuse to hear the other snippet. Like, you know, it's like, oh, he said this.
Took a while for Mel Gibson to get back, though.
You know, it did.
It took 5 years, which isn't that long. I mean, it's
that's a long
Dino?
time.
Yeah.
You know, the chat.
Chat.
What's going on in the chat?
Dashes is
Oh, gotcha.
What's up, dude?
Sorry to those in the chat. We're so I'll here's your first edit, Lindsey. So for those watching, this is the first dual purpose episode where we'll be recording audio from this for a podcast. So those of you who are watching get a little bit extra, and you know, if you're in the chat, you know, we are keeping an eye on it. It's just we're trying to be as descriptive as possible. So just bear with us.
We are now progressing to a podcast as well as this video. So
yes,
tight little things might change, but we're still our fun selves.
For the record's sake, last week's episode is already converted into a podcast format, and this one will be shortly after this one goes live, and then we'll have 2 episodes up. I haven't decided between Podbean and iTunes, but we'll let y'all know either way.
And they will be able to look up Show Business on iTunes, and it'll pop up, right? So yeah, cool.
Well, I guess that we'll see if anyone else is called show Business, I guess, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I literally just thought of that right
Show
now.
Business with a Z will be fine.
That's why I brought it up. I'm like, yeah, we'll see.
Show Business
will be fine.
Anyway.
Show Business.
All right, so back to the
back to reality.
Yeah, so the Prodigy.
Oop, there goes gravity.
Anyway,
I'll let you go. I mean, you're the one doing the cuts. So, so go ahead and sing all you want.
Never let it go. You only get one shot. Don't miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Oh, yeah, whiter than ebony.
Good for you. Good for you.
Just for the record, Lindsey was on board with tightening the show up before. Now he's going on a 10-minute song rant.
We have a request for iTunes instead of the Podbean thing, just like
okay.
Well, Podbean goes directly over to iTunes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we could discuss this later, but Dino's got some well-worn experience. Mother Mayhem is changing her name in the chat.
Don't you dare not be a Lindsey.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, wait. The Lindseys have spoken.
Is this a good time for me? Oh, I'm sorry. You're looking at the
due money tonight. What's due money?
Due money.
Money to do things with?
DEW. Like
Mountain Dew cash, bro.
Wow.
I don't.
We're not sponsored
know what that
by
means.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
we are sponsored by Canada Dry.
No, if we're getting sponsored, it's going to be by VC. Mountain Dew. All right.
I remember that one time I was drinking Canada Dry and Lindsey thought it was the best thing ever.
I just loved it.
Because I'm from Canada.
Yeah.
Canada Dry.
I'm going to start drinking America brand cola.
Yes.
So yeah, getting on track.
So the other... I want to say the number 3 of the going 4-1 release this week is the Prodigy, because I'm thinking January, February horror, and this kind of feels Winchester-y to me, and Winchester didn't do too well last year.
I'm the only person who liked Winchester.
Yeah, you are the only one.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of society didn't pay to see it, so...
Screw you, society. I'll start my own society with hookers and blackjack.
Do it!
You know
Kin.
Screw the society.
Yeah, Kin. Yeah. Keep that reputation up, Lindsey.
Hookers and robot dogs. There you go.
But, all right, so Lindsey, is that your way of saying you disagree that the Prodigy can't perform strongly this weekend, or?
I mean, there's always a market for horror. Horror will always bring in some kind of money, but against Lego Movie and a Taraji P. Henson movie at the height of the Taraji P. Henson craze.
Do we have a rating on the Prodigy? Is it PG-13?
I will find out. The Prodigy is... it's rated R.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I
thought they were going to go PG-13 on that.
It's R?
It's R. Rated R.
All right, so that tightens the belt a little bit. I respect it more. I actually want to see it a little bit more now that I know it's R, but...
and it will be on just as many screens as Cold Pursuit. So
everything but Lego Movie is on 2,500 screens this week.
Wait, hold on. There's a correction to that. What men want is on 2,800.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Pushing that a bit. So. Yeah.
Because men wanted it apparently, and
what men want is 300 extra screens.
Yes, men wanted 300 extra screens, and that's what they got.
And to have toast in their pocket when they're playing poker.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. And Shaq talks about himself in the third person.
Yeah. So. Does anybody have anything else to add about the Prodigy? So we can...
I'm excited for it. I actually really haven't seen too much on it. None of the movies I've seen have had a trailer for it.
I've seen the trailer.
Seen snippets. It looks interesting.
I've seen the trailer.
How's the trailer look?
It looks good. It's basically like the interesting thing was it's basically it sounds like a kid that's being possessed by an older person or something like that, and that's dead. And the scene they show in the trailer is like the psychiatrist talking to him with a metronome going.
Okay.
And he's just like, oh, I'd like you to think about this, and then I'd like you to think about this, and then I'd like you to think about before you were born, and now I'm talking to the guy inside of you, and it's
not creepy at all.
It is a legit creepy moment when he just like the kid all of a sudden looks at him, and it's just like, ooh, that was creepy. So
yeah, they close it with a jump scare where the kid's at the end of the hallway, and the mom's like, what's the problem? And he runs towards the mother, but he hits like a dark spot in the hallway. And then when he pops out of the dark spot, he's a fucking grown man. And it's like, what the shit?
Grabs her. So it looks interesting enough. It looks like it could be like definitely something you watch on Netflix if you're like the new movie on Netflix. But I don't know how well it'll do in theaters. But
well, again, like I'll find a little afternoon or after work one day to sneak out there and get my spook on. Get spooky with it. Spooky time.
Dino, modern horror thoughts?
It looks okay. Again, I'll have to go. I'll have to go watch it if I get up the guts to do it.
Dumb.
But yeah, I mean, I still think it's going to do pretty well at the theater for what it is. For what it is.
Mother Mayhem in the comments with shots fired. Sounds like James Wan kind of dribble. Do.
It
Also,
does. It does.
Yeah, a little bit, but still.
Yeah, it's a little copycat. It does.
Yeah. It does kind of. Just to tell the chat, we will not be talking about any Rambo movies this week. So sorry, you're just gonna have to move off that. That's not happening.
We will be talking about the Obmar series, which is Rambo spelled backwards.
Oh,
but not Rambo.
All right, so to the second biggest release of the week, What Men Want. What I see, Emily told me there's this word where it's a word. And I was like, that's creative. Yeah, so they're switching. They're doing a complete switch, a race switch, a sex switch, to an idea that, like, I don't know, in the current double standards climate isn't as funny. Like, the whole gag about what women want was, women are so mysterious and right. You can never figure out what's going on. Men, the stereotype is there's not anything to think about, but like this goes 2 feet below that bar and makes men out to be fucking morons. Yeah, like
putting us in a box like we're all oversexed pigs who think one way. Oh wait, that's true.
Well,
like you don't need to read minds to know that men are thinking of sex and nothing. Like
it is like I feel like I've harked on this movie enough, so I don't know if I really want to.
Nothing.
Like, do you really want me to talk about this movie again? It's like because I've already kind of slammed it a bunch.
This movie looks fun as heck, especially for the women out there.
Okay, Mother Mayhem's talking about it in the chat, and she says what women want is a national treasure. So the Mel Gibson movie. So
isn't this Women in Horror Month or something like?
Yes, it is.
Although
what men want, it's the shortest month.
So speaking as a man that watched, I'll talk about it for a second because why not? Speaking as a man who watched What Women Want. Okay.
I've seen it,
Yeah. That movie makes women look really good and makes Mel Gibson's character look stupid and oafish and crude. And as he gets to learn about women, he changes and learns that he needs to be thinking a lot more, and he becomes a much better person by the end of the movie. That's what I took away from it. So him understanding women made him a better person. I do not think I don't really want to watch this movie, but I do not think that's where this is gonna go.
Probably not.
Yeah, no, I think
this is not gonna be
Henson...
here at the end going, men are way more thought provoking and way more sincere and like that, it's everything we've seen is men are stupid.
Yeah. Do you think we need a movie that says that has us have a lead character that comes to the conclusion that men are needed? Do you think that's what I mean? It's Hollywood, so maybe that's exactly what's going to happen. But
you think there's a message behind this, CP?
I don't. I think Taraji B. Henson will be the comedy equivalent of a Mary Sue. There's no way she's going to go through some sort of arc.
Yeah, some transformation where she's like, man, men got it way harder than I thought they did, and they're struggling. And look at that guy; he has all this self-doubt, and he's always constantly doubting himself, and he never thinks he's good enough because his father didn't play catch with him. And no, it's like maybe he'll go there, but
listen, I can't wait to say, listen, I was wrong.
Yeah, from what the trailers show, it just shows that every guy is stupid, literally, and then the comedy aspect. And like the physical, like I mentioned the thing where like they're playing pool, and the guy standing directly behind her is like, women can't play pool. Now he says this in his head. She hears it and jabs the pool cue into his groin. Mm-hmm. He falls down. Everybody laughs. It's like, it's so funny how she just hurt him because he had a thought that was private about women. He didn't say it out loud.
Yeah.
He had a private thought that women can't play pool.
Yeah.
He didn't say it to her. But she decided to inflict physical pain on him.
You know what I always remembered from the original one?
If we flip that and make that, if Mel Gibson had done that if a woman's like, men are all stupid, and he'd been like, oh, and just hit a woman with, like, the movie would have been over.
The most memorable part about the first one to me was the scene where like Mel Gibson is like hooking up with a woman while hearing like the thoughts in her head, like, hey, yo, those are attached to me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what I'm wondering is what the scene is like that is going to be in this movie. Is it just going to be like a guy thinking like, oh, that ass over and over again, or is she going to like crush his balls? Like, where's the joke in that scene going to be? Because like there really wasn't a joke in the first. I mean, I guess there was, but like it was kind of an odd, touching moment. And so I'm just like, is this movie even going to be able to recreate that?
Yeah.
Mother Mayhem in the chat says it'll be about all men are the same, and by the end she finds out there are still some good men out there, and to give them a chance. Which,
thank God,
that sounds about right. That sounds about right.
It does, yeah.
Except, you know what? There's a lot of good men out there, and like for them, there are douchebags, but there's a lot of.
It's like you brought up earlier, Peter. In what women want, they're never. You don't start with women as morons. So
no, women are seen like women are seen as sometimes like complaining in their head, and sometimes like you could say they're whiny if you wanted to. I wouldn't, but you could say that they seem weak because they're unsure of themselves and they don't have power and all this stuff. But they're never portrayed as being morons. They're never portrayed as being stupid. And he basically learns everything from them. And realizes like, wow, I've been looking at this the whole wrong way, and I definitely don't think it's going that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
but you know what, Taraji P. Henson's like had like a movie coming out every week or every other week.
She's super talented. Like I like her. I think she's a really good actress. So it kind of makes me sad that this is what she chose to do with that. But
I mean, when people are throwing you money and it's only going to take a weekend to shoot it, just go for it.
Basically.
I hope she does something more like Proud Mary, like a better version of Proud Mary.
If I find out that she was like an executive producer on this and was, it's like then it's different, because then it's like, oh, I was a driving force behind this thing from making it made, and then it's like, I don't know. I'd hope you'd do better, but whatever. That's my take on it, and I'm gonna shut up now.
Do you know any thoughts on what men want?
Same thing here. I mean, I agree with all you guys. I mean, it is what it is. Men are bastards. They're assholes. They're And they'll probably find out at the end that there's a couple good ones, and yeah, it's probably going to be a funny movie too. I'll probably eventually sit down with and watch it, and it will be okay. But yeah, you know.
Well, let's talk about something exciting. Are we excited?
What's that?
Oh, I was just gonna say. Sorry to cut you off. Are we excited for the Lego movie?
Sure.
I'm not excited for the Lego movie, but I want to see the Lego movie. Yeah, the kids will be.
I mean, I loved the first one. It blew my fucking mind. In the first act. One, I'm excited for. I'm amped.
It's funny because go ahead, Dino.
CP. I'm CP, but you know.
Sorry, I thought I heard Dino. I apologize.
Who's behind it? It's not Lord Miller, is it?
I'm pretty sure it's Lord Miller again.
Is it?
I think it's one of them.
Sure.
I don't think it's both.
Weren't they busy doing Solo in all this time?
Well, they got fired, remember? So they got plenty of time for...
Oh, they wasted their time in those movies.
It was directed by Mike Mitchell, but Lord Miller did write it.
Okay.
And right. Mike Mitchell... his IMDb isn't exactly the most impressive, but there's things on here.
Give us the greatest hits there.
Trolls.
Yes.
Kung Fu Panda 3, which was all right.
Oh yeah, the best of the series.
Megamind, which I loved. Oh no, this is his acting credits, his director credits.
Oh no!
Oh jeez.
He's a voice actor.
Oh, okay. It's well,
I'm sorry, I'll never.
Oh my god! Actually, oh my god! Wow, I can start. Let's start with Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo.
Wow. Okay.
I saw that movie.
Yeah. Okay. Then let's move up to Sky High, which I like. Sky High.
Sky High is fun.
Man.
Shrek Forever After.
What? This guy's legendary, huh?
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Not Shipwrecked? Not even the first one. Oh, man.
And the latest SpongeBob movie.
The one that was half 3D or like...
Oh, no, never mind. He directed the live-action parts of the latest SpongeBob movie.
So the last 10 minutes of SpongeBob he directed.
I didn't see it, so sure. Okay. Oh, and Trolls. He did direct Trolls. He didn't just act in that.
I know. Yes, the stand-up comedian did judge a voice actor. I don't think it matters if we're into it or not.
I mean, I'm excited for it. Like,
it's funny because like Lego Movie. When I heard Lego Movie, the first Lego Movie was coming out. It was like, really, they're making a Lego Movie, and I looked at it like most people looked at the Emoji Movie, because it's just like, really, they're like, and then it came out and was great. And it was just like, wow, I didn't see that coming. And it's like, and Chris Pratt was hysterical.
Oh yeah, no, it was incredible.
It was just like, wow, I really didn't see that coming. I did not think that was going to be anywhere as good as it was. And then
they hid the subversive nature of it like completely in the trailers, and it just looked like a cash in. So when suddenly the movie is like taking shots at capitalism and merchandising and stuff like that, you're kind of like, okay, movie, where are you going with this? And then the whole
also like it had this whole father-son message and like playtime and it's like it hit me in the feels, and then from that they made the Batman Lego Movie, which I still think is really great. Like
really good. Yeah,
I loved that. So it's like I'm looking forward to it. But I'm not running out to the theater to see it. I'll see it eventually. I do want to see it. Like, it's just the first one was more of a shock. It was like, whoa, who knew that was going to be a great movie?
I think the fact that we're in such a starved portion right now, where I mean, the things that came out last week. I'm not even talking about 3 days ago. Miss BALA, Kid Would Be King.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, garbage.
Hey,
what? What?
I like the King That Would Be King. The King That Would Be Kid. It was great.
Yeah, well, I mean, the rest of society again said hard pass. So
society
I think...
can suck my film stock. Okay.
So I mean, there's a big gap out there. So it doesn't have to be It doesn't have to be the first Lego movie. We're in February. It just has to be more appealing than.
Oh, it totally looks funny. Yeah, I like it. I get you. It doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be wow. That was no. It's like the voice cast alone is impressive.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do like that Chris Pratt is kind of taking the piss out of himself. Like that's kind of nice with the oversaturation of Chris Pratt these days.
He's totally taking the piss out of himself. He's like, have you seen? Do you follow his Instagram?
No.
His Instagram is hysterically funny because he does little videos where he has his Emmett figure, Lego figure, and his Star-Lord Lego figure, and his Jurassic Park Lego figure, all talking to each other. And like, so he's doing like, you see his hands and he's doing little movies with them. And then he has the new guy come in and be like, I'm Rick Dangervest or whatever, it's like, and and he's like, shut up, Star-Lord. Nobody likes you because you ended the universe and it's all your fault. And like, he literally takes the piss out of himself all the time, but he's doing it with Lego characters. So
awesome.
It's really funny.
Well, I mean, unless somebody else thinks it's going to not take the weekend, that appeers to be the
Cold Pursuit's got this.
The big movie this week. Dino. So we didn't talk about 6th and 7th, but the movies that came in 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th were all separated by quite a small margin. I want to say less than $1 million.
About 600,000. Aquaman at 4.8, Spider-Man at 4.5, Green Book 4.3, Kid That Would Be King 4.2.
Okay, and Dino, you actually have seen something that was pretty close to the top 5.
Yeah, wasn't Miss Bala, but
missed out, bro.
It was Green Book, and
green?
I must say, this movie is definitely the best movie I've seen all year. And
do you mean 2019 or because?
No, I'm 2018.
Okay.
Yeah. This is one of the better movies I've seen in some years. Screenplay, acting, the era it took place in. I loved everything about it, but everybody talks about racism in movies nowadays, like Black Panther and even Black Klansman and stuff like that. This movie has such an emotional story to tell. And Viggo Mortensen is just unbelievable in this movie. And Mahershala Ali, I think his name is.
Ali.
Yeah, that's the name.
Nicely done, Dino. It's a hard name to say.
Yeah,
you're good. Yeah.
No, he did an unbelievable job, but again, the adapted screenplay. This was one of those movies where I think 40 years from now, this will be one of those movies people will still be. I think this will go down as a classic, and it should make best movie of the year at the Oscars, in my opinion.
That's a big should there, though.
Well, at least it got nominated.
Yeah.
It's no kin, but it's pretty good. Like
robbed that movie.
Yeah, no, it tugs at your heartstrings, like what the black man went through during these. What did I say something wrong?
No, I just love the way you worded it.
Should I say Negro?
The generalization. No, that's worse.
Negro motorist Green Book.
Please.
Listen.
Just dig out of it.
Listen, that's what
you said nothing wrong whatsoever at first.
That's what the movie is about.
Abort.
Okay,
and
it's hard hitting, and it's just the message that comes across about this. Okay, you guys want me to watch what I say, but this guinea wop, who and this very well educated black man, and the two coming together, and Viggo, who plays the guinea wop, that's who he plays, lives the life of a black man in the Bronx, and he's educating the rich black man on how he should. You don't even know your own people. It's just a whole story. You guys got to go see it. It tugged at
a screener for it. I really have no reason.
Yeah, it tugged at my heart, man, and I teared up like 2 or 3 times in the movie.
That's good.
And this kind of movie is what puts the message out there to get along.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
And
someone
that's, in the chat said non-white.
No. So that's my, hey, when it comes to me, I say whatever because it's in the context of history.
Oh no, dude, you were right. You were totally right.
It's just the context of hearing.
No, I know. I'm very animated too. But no, it goes to show how much I love that movie. And movies like we watch now, like from the 40s and 50s, that are classics. I believe this movie will be one of those movies like 40 years from now. So
that's high praise, Dino. That's
rather high praise. Is
definitely.
It is. But no, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to. I remember seeing trailers for it like months and months before it came out going, that looked good.
Yeah, my uncle got me a copy of Will You Ever Forgive Me or Can You Forgive Me or whatever the Melissa McCarthy Forgive Me movie is. Really I fell asleep on it.
I was going to say, I saw the trailer for that and it was like, I just don't want to see that.
Emily finished it and said it was really good. And I'm like, I'll take your word for it.
In the chat, we have Blu-ray Madness talking about the Ted Bundy stuff that's coming out. Specifically, he's asking about the one on Netflix. I haven't seen too much about it. I do want to watch it, like the Ted Bundy tapes, I think it's called.
Yeah, I'm interested. 4 episodes, totaling maybe just about 3 hours. They're about 45, 50 minutes each.
Mm-hmm.
Really good stuff. It feels like a really.
That's with Zac Efron, right?
No.
I'll get to that. This is a true documentary thing.
Okay.
It feels like something you could probably see on like Investigation Discovery or whatever, but like with like scenes that were deleted. Like it's just strange seeing this style documentary series with F-bombs and really graphic images and it's just pretty. What's the word I could use without? Intriguing. It's really intriguing to hear and see all this stuff happen. But
yeah, for sure.
It's the year of Ted Bundy apparently because there's a fictional adaptation of I don't even know what the name of the movie is neither. It's got a funky.
It's like evil something.
I'm pulling it all up right now. Extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile.
That's the title of the film?
It's based on a book, which was called, and the book was called that. And apparently Netflix has bought it for $9 million.
Yes.
It's been sold off to Netflix.
As of when?
7 hours ago is when it was announced by the Hollywood Reporter.
Huh.
Oh, so we might be...
Blu-ray Madness mentioned that in the chat.
Yeah, he did. Thank you for turning me on to that, sir. It's a very good lead. That's really funny, because I thought the trailer for that movie was terrible. It's been sold to Netflix? That's hilarious.
Thank you. I had this discussion on Saturday with 3 people that completely disagreed with me, but I feel like the tone for that... granted, it's the trailer. It could be...
The Zac Efron one.
It could be just a horseshit trailer. It's entirely possible.
It could be a Suicide Squad backwards.
But
the
reverse spot.
Right. The trailer is like really.
The reverse squad.
I'm just shaking my head. That's all I'm doing, people.
It seems really hokey.
Mm-hmm.
And for as much as Zac Efron is a spitting image of Ted Bundy.
And I think Zac Efron's a good choice because it's cool to see him break out of his norm. I'm down for that. I think he's talented and he should do that. I still think this is going to be a good movie.
See, I'm totally the opposite of what you guys are thinking. I think Zac Efron is totally not the part. And I've investigated and researched Ted Bundy to the hilt. And I know the charismatic nature of the serial killer who is Ted Bundy, but the trailer just threw me off, and Zac Efron, the way he was acting, and it just did not go with who I see as Ted. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I did not like a bit of that trailer and the choice of the actor. Zac Efron's a good actor, but for this, no, I don't think so.
Interesting.
Peter, have you seen the trailer?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. See, it's funny. Until this, I've heard Ted Bundy mentioned my whole life. I didn't really know what he did. I'll be honest. I was pretty oblivious. I knew he was a serial killer, but I didn't really know he was charismatic and he defended himself in his own trial and all that kind of stuff. Like, I didn't know he was good looking and that he killed 30 women. I didn't know about that kind of stuff. I just heard the name. So I don't know the Manson family thing either. So like I got to learn about that before.
Educate yourself before Tarantino.
Before Tarantino, I literally have to look that crap up before Tarantino. Saying that, seeing the trailer for the one with Zac Efron, it didn't do anything for me to want to see the movie that badly. It was just like, oh, okay, Zac Efron playing a serial.
I mean, the trailer shows mostly the court and the trial, at least from what we see in the trailer.
Yeah.
And I know people are saying he's got his attitude down, he's got his style, but if you look back on the tapes and some documentaries on how he actually acted during those trials, it was not the same charismatic.
It was
Ted
confidence.
Bundy,
it was arrogance. It was cockiness.
As in the real world, and what lured those women into what eventually happened. He became more of that, like you said, CP, and a sociopath. It came out in those trials. So, I'm curious to see how they're going to take the rest of the movie, if they're going to do flashbacks and stuff like that during the trial and all that. But,
go ahead.
Just the breaking moment for you, like you get past the music, you get past the light tone. The moment that makes me worried about this movie, like legitimately worried about the direction it's taking, is the final shots of Zac Efron comedically escaping from jail.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I'm just saying, maybe they edited it wrong or something like that to change the. Just why am I laughing at the idea of this serial killer sneaking out of his jail cell and running from the police? This is a real man. He killed real people. But
it happened. I mean, he did escape. I mean, that was a big deal.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, in the comedic way that, or whatever, how they're showing it is just like, I don't get it.
What did it show at Sundance, Lindsey?
I do not know.
Because Sundance just happened this last weekend, or this last week, and for it to sell just hours ago is interesting. I'm wondering if.
Well, the producer, was it the producer or the director? No, the director is the producer on the documentary series, is what I was told.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if Netflix, because it's been hot news, that documentary series. I'm wondering if they're trying to just scoop everything together and capitalize on that.
Have a Ted Bundy weekend,
Yeah. My assumption would be that they try to get, if they bought it and it's done, I'm assuming they're going to try to pump that out relatively soon.
Well, it's sitting at a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah. It says it transcends its narrative limitations through sheer force of Zac Efron's compulsively watchable performance.
That says nothing to me.
Yeah, no, and I don't know. Honestly, I'm not a huge Lily Collins fan, so the fact that she's in the movie is weird. It's not encouraging.
What about her father? Are you a fan of her father at all?
Who's her father again? Phil Collins?
Phil Collins.
Yeah, he's all right.
Lindsey, there was a TV movie that John Kyle Stanton. There was a TV movie in the 80s about Ted Bundy, and Mark Harmon played him.
Really?
That may have better done this one then. Yeah, there was a
weird.
Yeah, there was another Ted Bundy movie that came out a while back that was hokey and
I forget the actor's name who played
I think it was called
The Walking Dead.
Andrew Lincoln.
No,
it
really?
was It was what's his name towards the beginning of the series. That was Daryl's brother. What's his name?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of his name. I know Michael Rooker. I knew it was.
No, wait, no, you're talking about 1986's Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Yeah, no. Okay, different serial killer. 100%.
What are you talking about, Michael Rooker?
Yeah, Michael Rooker. That's right.
That's Henry.
Yes, Henry Lee Lucas.
Yeah, no, that's a good movie. It is.
Another weird serial killer story.
So for America's infatuation, ultimate intrigue with serial killers, something like My Friend Dahmer was good and reserved and took liberties with parts of that story, and nobody saw it. It's it came and went. It was on 10 screens, and it's out now. You can go buy it, watch it, whatever.
That's how it goes.
No attention. But I digest.
That's good, even without the gallbladder.
So that was one trailer. There was this event yesterday where they decided to show some commercials and yeah. So,
the sports ball, yeah,
the ball bowl.
The dude got a hole in one with the flyaway. It was so good.
Scored a goal unit.
I DVR'd it and went all the way through to the commercials.
I went to a Super Bowl party, and my one friend, every time the Patriots caught the ball, she's like, "Slam dunk!"
Oh God! How was the French dip?
Oh, we have a super chat.
Oh, John Kyle Stanton. Was Ed Gein inspiration for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Yes. Yeah. Ed Gein was inspiration for a lot of horror. Parts of Silence of the Lambs was Ed Gein. I was about to say,
what's his name? Buffalo Bill.
Yep.
Yeah, Buffalo Bill. You know what? Tying back to Ted Bundy, the van scene where Buffalo Bill's struggling to pull the couch in the van. That's a Ted Bundy move.
Really?
Silence of the Lambs borrowed a lot from a lot of serial killers, but yes, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a lot based on Ed Gein, which is funny because Ed Gein was known as a collector more than he was a killer.
Yes,
he just
psycho as well.
Yeah. So Ed Gein is kind of like the blueprint for insert Hollywood killer here.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a creepy looking guy too. I'm looking at a picture of him.
Yeah.
Oh, if you get a chance, read his autobiography, man. It's something to behold.
So
half skulls, cereal eaten out of the bowls. Nipple belts. Lampshades made out of skin.
Lampshades of skin.
Yeah.
Who else is hungry?
Me. Yeah.
Not Lindsey.
So, like the biggest one out of the way first, Avengers Endgame.
I hope they just. I don't want another trailer for this movie. I want stuff like that, little 30-second snippets.
I was gonna say, did they show enough of it? I mean, come on.
Not really, but I'm kind of down for we kind of know where this movie's headed. Yeah. We more or less know how it's gonna end. We just need you just need to hype us up, Disney. That's all you need to do. Just give us more of this.
Am I wrong in thinking that was Hans Zimmer's time from Inception, or something that sounded very close to it?
It's possible.
That piano song in the background. That's a lot.
It's Hans Zimmer. I wouldn't doubt it, but
Hans Zimmer's doing it. The Avengers score?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I didn't catch that. Is what I'm trying to say.
I don't think
possible.
So.
Yeah, it looks really bleak, sending a nice bleak message that half the Earth is.
Yeah,
depressed.
I like the thing where Captain America's sitting in the room and it has the poster like, "What do we do now?"
Yeah.
Stuff. And it's like,
I love that. That imagery is so powerful. My favorite part of Ant-Man 2 was the teaser trailer at the very, very end of just like sirens going off and like the emergency broadcast signal, but just an empty apartment in an empty city like that. There's some good imagery that they can mine from that for this movie. I'm so down for that stuff. Give me that bleakness.
I'm excited for it. That's unlike some people who say I'm sick of the Marvel movies and all this other stuff. I've always enjoyed all of them. So.
Right.
Yeah. No. I mean, I've reluctantly, drag myself knuckles against the pavement, just all right, whatever.
Yeah.
And I had a really good time with Avengers, whatever
Infinity
the
War.
first part was, Infinity War.
Yeah.
Finish it up. I mean, they're Peter.
Well, actually, I have some interesting Endgame news that came just right before we started doing this. The talks online of characters being edited out of shots in those series of shots that we
Would
had.
not be surprised.
And it was the discussion for that was happening alongside a shot from the most recent Dark. I can't believe I forgot about this. We were talking about X-Men earlier. From the most recent Dark Phoenix trailer, there was like. I'm sorry. How there's like so it's like there's a character in those movies that they're trying to hide. So the question is, who are they trying to hide in Endgame?
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I was about to say, is it Captain Marvel? Is it someone
Captain
we haven't
Marvel.
seen yet? Is it?
Could be.
Is it Adam Warlock? If we want to get like super deep cut with it, like
Wow.
I
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
would be.
So Peter, I have a slight
Temperature.
education in what the book series does.
Mm-hmm.
Considering that this is me, the idiot who doesn't know much about comics, asking now. Considering that the bracelet, the gauntlet,
Yeah.
you could rewind time. Is
Yep.
it feasible that the movie just undoes everything?
Yes. 100%.
Okay.
100%. It never happened. 100%. They go back and stop him. That's 90%. I'm pretty sure what's going to happen. Like they have footage of Ant-Man at the Battle of New York. So that means like time travel.
Really?
Yeah. Like they had someone posted a shot of, when the 6 Avengers are all talking to each other right before, like, as the battle's about to start.
Mm-hmm.
And like Cap's like, you do this and you do this. Ant-Man standing beside Captain America. And so he goes back in time and basically tells them what to do to stop it from happening. And like, I'm guessing. So it's like, there's legit time travel stuff that's happening in this.
I like time travel stuff.
Yeah,
so
like
if they can make it work.
Whether Scott Lang has to go back in the past and make sure his parents banged and make sure that he's alive at the fantasy under
his dad, so that he can kiss his mom.
Marvin Berry.
He accidentally knocks a condom on the bed, and they use it, so he never
happens.
Yeah.
We see a shot of just Paul Rudd going, no, just fading away,
all the way into a sperm.
He turns to dust, and he's like, "Oh crap, I got snapped after all." But that's where it's heading. I could tell you roughly what I think is going to happen, but it's just that's where it's heading. So it's just that's why if I was talking to people with this weekend, I was like, if when Infinity War happened and it ends with like Thanos sitting there and it's just like watching the sunrise, my friend texted me and he's like, so is that the last Marvel movie? And I was like, oh, you're so cute, man. Like $1 billion movies, they're going to just end it there.
Yeah.
But if it was, like, if they had the balls to end it on that shot, then it's a 5-star movie. Then it's, like, perfect.
Ooh,
it's
preach.
Like, that is amazing if they end it there. And I understand the 5-year-olds that are crying in the theater because Spider-Man's dead. Like, I get them, because to them, it's over. Spider-Man's dead. But he's not. Like, Spider-Man's, like, so all that stuff's not earned in reality because they're all coming back, right? So it's just
kind of like Luke Skywalker.
Maybe.
Hey.
Impact reality. Yoda used lightning.
Ooh, imagine a Luke lightning bolt. A Luke bolt.
Saying. But yeah, I don't know. It's
bolt of Luketricity.
It's just if they'd done that, if they'd ended with that being the last one in the series, that would have been epic, and like that's incredible. But they didn't because they know, like, they're gonna keep it going because they're $1 billion movies. So
I should take the bait and go with the other Marvel trailer that played yesterday, but I'm gonna sandwich it with a
Ooh.
Which other one Marvel though? Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel.
I didn't even see it. I
I
didn't even see
it.
it. I don't want to see any more for that movie. It's coming out in like freaking month. It's like it's fine.
Captain Marvel comes out before Avengers, correct?
Yeah, it comes out March 9th.
Yeah.
And that one takes place in the 90s.
In the 90s, yeah. So
that's why it's a blockbuster.
So we're
here's the thing that'll mess you up if you're a fan. Well, if spoilers.
Not a fan if you're a dumb CP.
Yeah, if you're spoilers. Okay, so like Captain Marvel has these characters, these aliens called Skrulls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Skrulls, like that woman she punches on the bus, the old woman, is a Skrull.
Skrull.
Skrulls literally take on, like when they copy someone, they take on everything that they possibly can. And in the comics, so much so that sometimes a Skrull will forget that he's a Skrull and just like act like the person would act and do exactly what the person would do. So there's a good chance that one of the Avengers that is in Endgame is a Skrull.
That's possible. Yeah, it's Captain Marvel. Marvel is the Captain Marvel. Captain America is like has a few times has had that happen. I think.
Yes, Tony Stark has had that happen. It's like so. Yeah, it's like there's a few. It's like the likely choice, like because they probably wouldn't want to do it with certain characters like Tony Stark and stuff. But like, it wouldn't hurt if like Rhodey was a Skrull, like. You know, it's like
Rosie was in that.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Mother Mayhem in the channel mentions Tom Holland nailed his death scene in Infinity War. Supposedly, he didn't know that was happening until the day he showed up to shoot.
That's because he keeps on telling crap to people.
Exactly. But I just love that idea if he had like 5 minutes. Like, oh God, I'm going to die. Oh God, I'm going to die. Yeah,
he leaks stuff on by accident. So he starts talking in interviews, and he just doesn't know when to shut up. And like, literally, there's interviews with him and like other cast members, and cast members are like, "Shut up, Tom! Shut up!"
Oh, that's awesome.
It's like what's it? Benedict Cumberbatch literally was just like, "Shut up! Stop saying words. Don't speak anymore." So,
so
he keeps on leaking crap by accident. He doesn't mean to. He just gets talking and gets excited, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh yeah," and then this happened. Oh crap!
Rogue One, infamously, the guy, not Chirrut, but the other dude.
Blind guy?
No, Chirrut was the blind guy.
Oh, Gunny McFaceman.
Yeah.
Donnie Yen was the blind guy.
God, Donnie Yen was Chirrut.
Okay, sorry. I forgot.
Gunny McLaser beard. Dude.
Oh, okay.
At a presser for, I think it was like they just showed like 10 seconds of footage, and they had like a panel, and the English isn't this dude's first language, first of all. Mm-hmm. And so they're asking him about acting and whatever in the movie, and he gives away a character's death, and he's like, so when this character he dies. And everybody's looking, and I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing?
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it
because all the characters die in that
movie. That was your true Suicide Squad that year. That movie. Okay. That's another Suicide Squad reference for those scoring at home.
Are you segueing?
Yeah, no, I'll tell you later.
Yeah. So I was trying to sandwich the Marvel stuff, but I guess we'll just put it all in the same block. Jordan Peele's got another film coming out this year that had a second trailer for the Super Bowl.
I've only seen the first trailer. I missed the second trailer. Yeah. First trailer looks good. It's interesting.
I'm excited for us.
This looks more exciting to me than Get Out.
Get Out, yeah.
So the premise of this movie, the doppelganger, it looks awesome, man.
What's up with the rabbits? Why are there rabbits? Why are there so many rabbits?
Rabbits.
Too many rabbits.
Subject.
Sorry, Brian Lomax thoughts? Question mark?
That's it. The Brian Lomax is not here.
Lee McCoy thoughts? Saying people we know thoughts?
She Lindsey is referencing Saturday Night.
Okay.
Brian Lomax doesn't think that Jordan Peele is incredibly qualified just yet, but
wow, I know he's big on not big on Getting Out. I know, or Getting Out.
No, and I agree a little bit. But,
it's funny that Us is a premise that somebody asked Jordan Peele, and he said, somebody asked Jordan Peele, they said, this is kind of like an episode of Twilight Zone, and he said, yeah, try not to give away all my secrets. And sure enough, last night they're bringing back Twilight Zone.
Yes.
And Jordan Peele is the host.
I'd heard that like 3 months ago, actually, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like that he was in talks to redo Twilight Zone.
It's been rumors about it for a minute.
Yeah, his hands are in everything, though. He's apparently producing a Candyman remake. There's just.
Meanwhile, the other guy was in the Predator.
Don't get burned out there, Jordan Peele.
That
Twilight Zone, you're going to have to pay to watch too. It's that.
Oh, is that going to be on
thing.
CBS All Access?
Yeah.
Trying to...
Yeah. God damn them.
Have I told my call center story about how people always wanted to pay for the channels they wanted and only the channels they wanted, and we're like, no, it'll be way more expensive than you think it would be to do that.
You know what? It's the way they're going right now. It's going to come crashing down because to pay for Netflix, Hulu, and then now all these channels are given their all access and everything else. Tubi TV. There's so many things out there. It's like, you'll still be paying the same amount you paid for cable if you sign up for all of these services. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of crazy, man.
Maybe more, depending on how many you want.
Right,
how much is ESPN Go going to be when there's an ESPN Go?
Yeah. It's troubling.
It is. There's the word, CP. Troubling.
Cut the cord.
Because I woke up in a mad sweat last night over it.
I'm telling you, they're gonna have to make an uncle service for television, and that'll solve everything. There are, my Uncle Cody can get you television.
Yeah, my uncle's he's pretty good at that kind of stuff. So
yeah, Uncle Cody with a
I'm
K
not too worried
and an I. Yeah. So that I think that was it. There was 3 major trailers. We nailed them.
There's more Toy Story teasing.
Right.
Telling us what the movie's about.
I got nothing to talk about.
Toy Story 4 though was just, it was just short.
As effective as Ghostbusters 3.
Right.
As much information.
I'm not saying it's not going to be good because it's a Toy Story movie. Kids will love it. It'll be a big thing. But why so little? I guess they're getting you prepped for it. I don't know.
And who directed it? Because John Lasseter is not at Pixar anymore.
Oh.
Because the whole,
Yeah.
He got Me Too'd and all that, or he was Me Tooing people.
He as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Josh. Okay, so it was written by John Lasseter, but Josh Cooley directed it.
Yeah.
What else?
Scripts on standby. So.
It's his first significant directing thing. So he directed Riley's First Date, which I'm guessing is
Inside Out. No.
Inside.
Inside Out short.
There he goes. Yeah. But yeah, that's his. Okay, so it's his big.
That's it. It's his big debut, the 4th in the franchise.
I'm also nervous that we haven't seen anything about the story of Toy Story 3 yet. Like it's all just these weird jokes at the fair.
Have you seen much of Toy Story 6 months before any of it in the past? Like Toy Story 3, do we know much 6 months in advance?
Probably.
I will say this: I'm curious because Toy Story 3 was such a nice bow to tie around that everything. So So way to Star Wars it. And,
right.
Go back to the well.
Way to bring out a 4 and just keep it going, and it's unnecessary, but yeah.
Scott Martin in the chat is saying that my Uncle Cody actually has a cousin, Cinema HD.
Oh, there's a lot of family roaming around out there. Yeah, we know that, but
yeah.
How about Alita Battle Angel? That's
next.
That's next week.
That's next week. Yeah.
But
you guys?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry.
Didn't they show that in the Super Bowl? Though? I mean, they showed
the scary stories to tell in the dark.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about.
All right, yeah. That looks very good.
I did not see that. I must have I don't know what happened.
It was just a quick little 10-second thing, but it looks very good. I'll say that some of the worst horror movies I have ever seen in my life were produced by Guillermo del Toro, and they pushed the del Toro thing very hard, so I'm a little nervous off that. But other than that, I'm excited. For the record, I'm talking about Mama and Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Two of the worst horror movies ever made. Yeah, I disagree wholeheartedly.
Come on. Mama's not that bad.
There was 18 scenes in that movie of absolutely nothing happening, with the mama creature just flirting around in the background doing absolutely nothing as a character's doing laundry.
How good is Ken again?
That movie is a waste of time.
Sounds like Pennywise. Anyways.
No, it's Pennywise, but worse, because at least Pennywise is interacting with the kids, whereas Mama's just like, "Ooh, I'm here." The character doesn't know I'm here, but I'm here. Yeah. Ooh.
All right, we're coming up on where we'll digest. So the week that's coming up, big fluster, fucking full of nonsense.
Really?
Peter, you're still ahead. So
Big P.
Yeah, so I guess we'll have to. I'll explain this for those who are listening. We have an ongoing competition game, whatever you do. Game. Excuse me.
Fun.
The Hunger box office games.
Yeah, where we go all year long.
The loser dies.
We're wrong.
Yeah, all year long we pick the top 5, and we award points per category. For first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and so Peter, you're ahead currently. So January wrapped up. Here's the scores for January. Peter with 4.25 points. I'm in second somehow, thanks to last week, with 2.75. Lindsey's in third with 1.75, and Dino bringing it up with 1.25.
Wow.
It's worth mentioning our point system. If you say a pro movie is going to come in first, and you're the only person that says it comes in first, and it does come in first, you get 1 point. But if all 4 of us say a movie comes in first, and that movie does come in first, we split that 1 point, and it becomes a quarter point.
Yeah. So there's a total of 5 max. There's a total of 5 points that go out for the week. 1 for first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And if we're the same in a category, it gets split however many ways. It could be a full 50, point. 50, yeah, it could be 50-50, 33%, 25%, 66%, and 0.
So somehow
how could it be 66%?
Figured a way.
3 against 1.
Yeah.
Oh. No, you're right. You're right. It can never be 66%.
It can never be 66%.
You're right.
I don't get that, but
I knew you guys would get there. I was like, let's let them.
Yeah. I was thinking of all the possible 3-1, 3-1, 1-3.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So without further ado,
fractions are involved. Go ahead,
so
Peter.
Are you going first, CP, because you won last week?
No, because you're ahead now, sir.
It just goes away. Who's
you're
winning?
Still ahead. Yep.
Okay. Lego movie.
No.
What women or what men want? Hold on, I gotta get my record here. Doodly doodly doo, vamping.
Is that like I'm done. Is that like glamping, but like for vampires?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's when vampires LARP as humans.
Yes, exactly. There you go. Vamping.
There you go.
Wouldn't it be LARPing?
So Lego Movie 2 in first place.
Lego Movie
right.
2.
What Men Want in second place.
Dino sighing already.
It's just like crap. He's got the same thing. Me and Dino keep on picking the same thing, but I always get to go first, so he has to be like, "Look, I have it on a list.
I wrote it down 6 days ago."
It's here.
I just come up with it on the spot. Now I always get the same as Dino. Cold Pursuit in third place.
Okay.
Glass in fourth place.
Excellent.
Upside in fifth place.
Wow.
All right. This may be the week we start getting some points.
All right, so I have to go suddenly now. Now I'm in second. Lego. I'm going to say Lego in first.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Splitting a point again.
Yeah. I'm going.
Yeah, everyone's splitting a point on that.
I'm gonna say.
Oh.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
He's contemplating Cold
I'm gonna
Pursuit.
say Prodigy.
Oh.
Prodigy
in
2.
fourth.
Prodigy 2.
What's CP now?
So I'm saying Prodigy's not at the top 5, and you're saying Prodigy.
Yeah.
Hey, none of us picked Miss BALA. That's a different story.
Yeah,
but...
No, I picked BALA in second last week.
You did?
A little too
He went too high.
Yeah. All right, so Lego 1, Prodigy 2, What Men Want 3. All right, Peter, let's share fourth. I'll take Glass in fourth.
Okay.
Wow.
And...
Or you don't think Cold Pursuit's going to make the top 5?
I don't think Cold Pursuit's going to make the top 5.
Okay, so upside then, eh?
Yeah.
Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
No, upside. Upside in fifth.
Up Spider-Verse?
You trying to talk me out of it? No. Upside in fifth. Peter and I are pretty well together except for second and third.
Okay.
Lindsey.
All right. First up, curveball. I'm going for Lego Movie 1. Second place, Ninjago, whatever that was called. No. Okay, so Lego.
The Pokemon movie third. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, of course. Brawly in fifth place. So Lego Movie in first place.
Mm-hmm.
What Men Want in second place. I hate it, but it's gonna get it.
It is what it is.
Really?
I'm gonna put.
This is the fun part. I get tingles all up my spine, people. Anyways, yeah.
For those playing at home who don't be able to see this, you have to tune in one day and see Dino's hat. I'm just saying.
My
missing
hat.
Live and in color.
This is silence. It's probably going to be edited out, Peter.
I know. I just.
He
can put that. He can put that later. It's okay. He can edit that around.
I'll put Prodigy in third.
No, you jerk.
You put it in second.
I know. It's just.
I'll put Glass in fourth.
Hey.
And Cold Pursuit in fifth.
Wow.
All right, Dino.
Okay.
All right. See, I've already forgotten my picks. Go ahead.
Already written down.
So tell me what we picked.
Lego. Peter went with Lego Movie.
No,
What Men
Dino's
Want.
going to tell me what we picked. It's okay.
I see.
Well, no, we, the first two, and then then switched up here. And I'm going to switch 2 movies around. So Lego Movie 1.
Right.
What Men Want 2.
Oh man, that's gonna be a great point when I win it.
Right.
Enjoy your .33s, gentlemen. Sorry, go ahead.
Number 3, I am going to put The Prodigy.
Hey, that's what I did.
I know. Hey.
Hey.
It's right here, bud. Number 4, I'm going to put Cold Pursuit.
Oh, wow.
And number 5, I'm going to put Glass.
Glass.
And let's hope this is the start of something beautiful.
You know what? If Cold Pursuit cracks the top 5, but doesn't make it to the top 2, somebody's getting a full point off of that.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. Wow, that's crazy. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Okay.
Right.
Fingers
so
crossed.
If Cold Pursuit comes in 3rd, Peter's got it. If it comes in 4th, Dino's got it. If it comes in 5th, Lindsey's got it. I have no faith because
you saw Commuter.
yeah. And that whole bad publicity is good publicity. I'll be the judge of that.
I am the judge of publicity. Judge.
Yeah.
I am law.
So Peter, you're Lego Men Cold Glass Upside.
Sounds dirty.
It does sound very good.
So that's that for this week. Gentlemen, any final thoughts or words or the like?
I had a lot of fun editing the first podcast together. I hope the second one's just as fun, and I hope people enjoy them when I get to put them live.
Yeah,
I'm learning a lot about sound editing doing this. It's been a lot of fun.
I tried. I noticed once we passed 10 o'clock, I'm like, we gotta tighten the ship, because we were still on something at 10 o'clock where I was like, oh, we're nowhere near done. So my apologies to you, Lindsey, in your future edit.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm a night owl anyway. I just drink some coffee, shoot some coke, and
What the hell?
We're switch those two around.
no, shoot some coke and drink.
I got no more rooms under my
Shoot some
fingernails.
football games.
Peter, plug your channel there.
Oh, okay. I have two channels. One called Bearded Movie Guy, where there is currently a movie quiz. You can check that out. And the other one, which is daily vlogs on the Daily Beard. So the Daily Beard, and every day you'll see me for under 5 minutes.
The channel name is the Daily Beard.
Is the Daily Beard. The Daily Beard. And it's 5 minutes of me talking about whatever I want to talk about.
Which, by the way, you should have put. Oh wait, no wait. There's names mentioned. You had a clip that was on Instagram that was.
Yes, I did. Yes. Yeah. If you have access to my Instagram, which is BMG_radio, there's a fun thing my daughters did, which was opening a present from Mr. CP. There.
I saw that. That was awesome.
Which was fun.
It was a rather genuine experience.
Yeah, they were very excited. They were very happy.
Yeah.
So.
Lindsey, my 2 cents of nonsense. Just plug your channel.
My name is Lindsey. I'm your friendly neighborhood dude with a girl's name. My YouTube channel is My 2 Cents of Nonsense. These days I play way too much D&D in work, and I did podcasts. I have much time for content, but sooner or later I'll get something up on there.
All right.
There's lots of good videos on there.
There is.
Recent ones.
Oh, yeah.
There is.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Great editing skills that man
Indeed.
has.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Dino.
Yes, my YouTube channel is The Late Late Horror Show. And tomorrow night, live, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I am going to do, it's already scheduled, the Lost Boys Trivia Night. So
Yes.
Got
I'll
that.
make sure I tell my daughter she hates that movie.
I still believe.
Yes, so the Lost Boys Trivia Night tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. And the Late Late Horror Show. And I also got another channel called The Dino and Ted Show.
Yes.
Where we talk whatever, whenever, nostalgia of the 80s mostly.
I was watching your one on Saturday morning cartoons, Dino. It's very, very entertaining.
Thank you. That was fun to do. Lots of memories, man.
Yeah,
So.
I was like, oh, I watched that. Oh, I watched that. Oh, you got that one wrong.
Really? We got one wrong.
Well, you were talking about the Wonder Twins, and you're like, I don't remember there being a monkey. And I'm like, of course there was a monkey.
I know, right?
Of course there was a monkey.
Ted was throwing out way too many names. But anyways, there you go.
Yes. It's very entertaining.
Thank you.
And this show, if you're listening, this show can be seen live. There are visual elements to this show on my channel, which is called Willis Scredia, WILISCREDIA. Every Monday night around 9 p.m. Eastern, we try to be as close on the nose as possible when all of us. I was going to avoid using names.
I will throw him under the bus.
I was going to avoid using names.
I got bust.
Yeah.
Can't go under 50. We don't have a choice.
Be sure to.
It's Lindsey. Be slower. He'll survive.
If you're around on a Monday and you want to check the show out live and interact, there's a chat. By all means, jump on in, give us your thoughts. But as far as my channel is concerned, I've been doing a 2018 countdown, and the next portion, I've been counting down every movie I saw that was released in 2018, ranked 100 to 1. And by tomorrow, Tuesday the 5th, the next portion, 40 to 21, will be released. So that is what's going on this channel. Thanks to the people who were a part of the chat. I'm looking at John Kyle Stanton, Lindsey, Mother Mayhem, Blu-ray Madness, Scott Martin, White Tim, Daniel Hammond, a couple of others that had to get booted. But thank you.
Always that.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, peeps.
And yeah, we will see you next week.
Love you all. Take it easy.